Tragedy can strike in an instant. For 14-year-old Alex, that moment came the night he lost everything. His home, his belongings, and most importantly, his parents. With nowhere else to go, Alex is sent to live with his Aunt Linda, his only remaining family. Aunt Linda welcomes Alex with open arms, ready to give him a fresh start. But starting over is never easy, especially when you have nothing left. His room is empty, as he lost everything in the fire. With no other options, Aunt Linda gives Alex some clothes that once belonged to her daughter, who moved out years ago. Aunt Linda knocks on the door and peeks in, saying, "Oh no, sweetheart, you don't have anything to wear." With no other options, Aunt Linda gives Alex some clothes that once belonged to her daughter, who moved out years ago. Aunt Linda knocks on the door and peeks in, saying, "Oh no, sweetheart, you don't have anything to wear." Alex hesitantly puts on the clothes. He looks in the mirror, uncomfortable yet relieved to have something clean to wear. Then Aunt Linda gets a funny idea. Why not go all the way? She suddenly grabs a makeup brush and a blonde wig from the dresser. A fast-paced montage follows. Linda applying makeup, putting on a wig, and styling Alex's hair as he nervously laughs. Linda exclaims, "Oh, you look adorable! We should go out like this!" The final reveal, Alex, now looking convincingly like a girl, stares in shock at the mirror, while Aunt Linda claps excitedly. Alex, still hesitant, sighs and shrugs. With no better plan, Alex plays along. After all, they need to buy him real clothes anyway. At the mall, Alex blends in perfectly. No one suspects a thing until Aunt Linda's friends appear. At the mall, Alex blends in perfectly. No one suspects a thing until Aunt Linda's friends appear. "Friend Linda, it's been so long. Who is this lovely young lady?" "Linda? Oh, this is my niece, Alexa. She's staying with me for a while." "Friend Linda, it's been so long. Who is this lovely young lady?" "Linda, oh, this is my niece, Alexa. She's staying with me for a while." Caught off guard, Aunt Linda introduces Alex as her niece, worried her friends might judge if they knew the truth. "Friend, oh how wonderful! You must come to my son's birthday party tomorrow." Linda and Alex exchange glances. What just happened? What started as a simple shopping trip has now turned into something much bigger, an invitation to a birthday party, as Alexa. Aunt Linda and Alex walk away from the group, Linda chuckling while Alex looks worried. Alex sighs as he realizes he has no choice but to continue playing along. Aunt Linda smirks playfully as the screen fades to black with "to be continued." What will happen at the birthday party? Will Alex be able to keep up the act?
What started as a harmless joke had turned into a full-on identity crisis. Now, Alex has to spend an entire birthday party pretending to be someone he's not. Again. He couldn't believe this was happening. Again. Aunt Linda, oblivious to his discomfort, was already planning his transformation. Just one day, he thought, I can get through this. Aunt Linda's excitement was contagious, but Alex couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. With a final look in the mirror, Alex knew the day was going to be anything but ordinary. Alex groans and flops back onto the bed. The sight of the pink dress hanging in the closet was too much to bear.
Why, oh why did it have to be pink? Alex thought, staring at the dress with a mix of horror and disbelief. I look like a giant cotton candy. He couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of the situation.
But Aunt Linda wasn't about to let him back out. "Come on, kiddo, we have to commit. You made such a pretty girl yesterday." Aunt Linda was in her element, armed with brushes and hairpins. "Hold still, Alex, this eyeliner is tricky." Alex barely recognized himself anymore. Is that really me? He wondered. It was strange, but also kind of fascinating. Aunt Linda chuckled. "Ready, sweetheart? You're going to steal the show?" Alex took a deep breath, nodded reluctantly, and thought, like it or not, the show must go on. As they arrived, Alex felt his stomach tighten. Everyone here thought he was Alexa. Could he really pull this off for an entire afternoon? Alexa was already a hit, but the real challenge was just beginning. The party was in full swing with laughter and chatter filling the air. Alex, as Alexa, was introduced to everyone, shaking hands and smiling. The highlight was the grand entrance of the birthday cake, met with cheers and applause. Alex found himself laughing and even joining in the dancing. Slowly he began to relax and enjoy the festivities. By the end of the afternoon, Alexa was the life of the party. Jason, the birthday boy himself, had developed a serious crush on Alexa, and he was not hiding it. He straightened his posture whenever she was around, running his hand through his hair to look more confident. Jason even nervously approached Alexa with a drink, blushing as he handed it over. Their interactions were filled with awkward laughs and Jason's attempts to impress, which often ended in him looking a bit embarrassed. Aunt Linda was having way too much fun with this. She kept calling Alex Alexa and making everyone laugh. Alex was trying his best to keep his secret, but it was getting harder by the minute. He even had to hide behind a tree at one point to avoid being seen. This day was getting more complicated by the minute. This was officially the most surreal moment of Alex's life. The room fell silent as everyone stared at him, suspicion growing in their eyes. Alex could feel his heart pounding, but he managed to muster a nervous laugh, trying to play it cool. He quickly changed the subject, hoping to divert their attention. The tension was palpable, but somehow he managed to keep his secret intact. He had to admit. In a weird way, it had been fun. The mix-up had brought unexpected laughter and new memories of it. Alex realized that sometimes the best way to start over is to try something new. And who knew, maybe being Alexa for a day wasn't so bad after all. As they drove home, he couldn't help but smile, thinking about the next adventure. Gap 1S. The next morning, Alex woke up feeling a mix of emotions. The party was over, but the memories lingered. He replayed the events in his mind, from the reluctant makeover to Jason's growing interest. He couldn't help but laugh at how absurd it all seemed. But amidst the laughter, there was something else. A newfound sense of confidence. Gap 1S. As Alex sat at the breakfast table, Aunt Linda joined him. She smiled warmly, clearly proud of her handiwork. "You know, Alex, you handled everything so well," she said. "I'm proud of you." Gap 1S. Alex looked at her, grateful for her support. "Thanks, Aunt Linda. I guess I learned a lot about myself." Gap 1S. Just then, a message popped up on his phone. It was from Jason. "Hey, Alexa, had a great time yesterday. Want to hang out again?" Alex felt a pang of anxiety, but also excitement. Gap 1S. He looked at Aunt Linda, who winked. "Looks like you have a decision to make," she said. Gap 1S. Alex smiled, feeling more at ease. "Yeah, I guess I do." Gap 1S. As he typed his response, he realized that stepping out of his comfort zone had opened up new possibilities. And who knew what other adventures awaited? Gap 1S. The screen fades to black with a quote, "Sometimes the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the moment." Gap 1S. And with that, the story of Alex and his unexpected journey came to a close for now. Gap 1S. But life, as always, had more surprises in store. Gap 1S. Weeks had passed since the unforgettable birthday party. Alex found himself sitting by the window, watching the sunset. The colors painted across the sky reminded him of the pink dress, a symbol of his unexpected transformation. He chuckled softly, shaking his head at the memory. Gap 1S. Who would have thought that a simple party could change so much? Alex mused to himself. He had stepped way out of his comfort zone, faced his fears, and in the process discovered a side of himself he never knew existed. Gap 1S. The makeover, the party, Jason's interest. It all seemed surreal. But amidst the chaos, he found confidence, courage, and a deeper understanding of who he was. Gap 1S. Alex realized that life was full of unexpected twists and turns. And sometimes the moments that seem the most daunting are the ones that shape us the most. Gap 1S. He thought about Aunt Linda, her unwavering support, and how she believed in him even when he doubted himself. Her words echoed in his mind. "You handled everything so well, I'm proud of you." Gap 1S. Alex smiled, feeling a warmth in his heart. He was grateful for the experience, for the lessons learned, and for the new friendships formed. Gap 1S. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Alex felt a sense of peace. He knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, he had the strength to face them. Gap 1S. And who knew? Perhaps there were more adventures on the horizon waiting to be discovered. Gap 1S. The screen fades to black with a quote, "Life is about the journey, not the destination. Embrace every moment and you'll find your way." Gap 1S. And with that, Alex's story continued, filled with hope, courage, and the promise of new beginnings. Gap 1S, the end, for now. Gap 1S. Alex and Aunt Linda sat at the kitchen table, a map sprawled out before them. Alex pointed at a spot with excitement. "How about here, Aunt Linda? It's supposed to have the best hiking trails." Aunt Linda chuckled. "Hiking, huh? Why not?" Alex grinned. "After the birthday party, I figured I could tackle anything." Aunt Linda nodded. "I'm proud of you, Alex. I think I might just join you on this adventure." Gap 1S. And so, their journey continued, filled with laughter, love, and the promise of new adventures. Gap 1S, the end, for now.